Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sharon Ugoji and I'm a former mental health therapist with multiple chronic illnesses, which is why I started this channel. Now this channel covers all things DBT as it relates to depression, anxiety, and fibromyalgia. Right now what I'm doing is my main focus is on making a glossary of videos to reference for those new to DBT. If you haven't already, I encourage you to first watch the first video on mindfulness. I'll link it in the video or the description below. And then after watching that video on mindfulness, I then encourage you to watch today's video, which is focused on interpersonal effectiveness, which is the second module in DBT. So let's dive right into it. The main purpose of interpersonal effectiveness is to get what you need from others and vice versa. So do you have difficulty being taken seriously? Do you feel that way? Do you feel like you're not being listened to by people? If your feelings are often being invalidated by others, or you have problems saying no, this is the module for you, interpersonal effectiveness. So there are 3 different skill sets in interpersonal effectiveness. Let's see how many times I say it. There are Dear Man, Give, and Fast. Now, these are, of course, all acronyms in order to help us remember each word that stands for each letter. So the first skill is Dear Man, which for this one, your objective is to assert your rights and wishes. So the D stands for describe. So you describe the situation just purely stating the facts. The E stands for express. So this is when you express your feelings about the situation using I statements, such as I feel this way or that. The A stands for assert, which is when you ask for what you need or want, like saying, I would really appreciate it if you would do such and such. Now, let's say someone is requesting for you to do something that you aren't able to do or choose not to do. Well, the R stands for reinforce. So this is when you let the person know how this will help benefit them positively later on, if it will in some way. Now, the man part of Dear Man is more how you deal with someone or when you're trying to state no in a respectful way and they're not actually getting it. M stands for mindful. So you stay in the moment and focus on your goals. If the person is still pressuring you in doing something you said no to, you just continue to restate your position just like a broken record. If the person starts trying to verbally attack you or manipulate you or give you guilt trips, do not engage with them. Just ignore their attacks and stay focused on making your point. The A stands for appear confident. So speak with a confident sounding voice and don't use terms like I'm not sure or I think or something like that. Now the N stands for negotiate. So offer suggestions that perhaps you could work on, or if the person doesn't accept those suggestions, turn the tables on them and ask if they have any suggestions. If a compromise can't be reached, then tell the person that right now it seems like we're going around in circles, so maybe we can talk about this again later at another time. So that is the Dear Man skill set. The next acronym is GIVE. The purpose of GIVE is to try to maintain the relationship. So the G stands for gentle, meaning be gentle with the person. So be respectful, be kind, don't be verbally attacking the person or anything like that. You want to be effective and maintain the relationship. Now, the I stands for showing interest in the other person in their point of view. You don't interrupt, nothing like that. You want to be sensitive to the needs and be patient with them, even if you're the type of person that wants to complete the discussion at that moment. So if you find this difficult while you wait for the other person to cool off, this would be a great time to use your distress tolerance skills. And if you're unfamiliar with distress tolerance skills, I'll put a link to that video in the description box below. The next letter is V, which stands for validate. So acknowledge what the other person has said. For example, like you might say, well, I know this must be difficult for you. And this is when you show empathy by putting yourself in the other person's shoes. And the E stands for easy manner. So you might use humor to lighten the mood and reflect back on what the individual has said so they feel like their feelings are being heard and validated. Now, how do you make sure that you don't feel like a doormat at the end of the conversation? Well, that's where the next acronym, FAST, comes into play. The F stands for fair, meaning be fair to yourself as well as the other person. Be sure to validate your own feelings and wishes while having a discussion. The A stands for apologies, meaning no apologizing for disagreeing with the other person's point of view or for making any requests that was denied that you wanted. You want to keep your head held up high and be proud of yourself for making an attempt at the request. Now, regardless of how the results are. Now, the S stands for sticking to your values. By sticking to your values, you own your values by showing self-respect. It's important to remember that your opinion is no more, or rather, no less important than other people's opinion. You're important, and what you have to say is important. The last letter is T, which stands for truthful. So you don't want to be dumbing down yourself just to impress someone else, or just to, smooth things over with somebody else. So this is all interpersonal effectiveness module. Now, I know this information was a lot, so I'm going to put it on my website to give you as a reference. I do encourage you to practice what you're going to say whenever you're planning to use it with a difficult person. Now, if this video has been helpful for you, in the comments, if you wouldn't mind, I would really appreciate it if you let me know where you're most likely to use this information with people. You don't have to give any details or anything like that. You can just say in general as saying at work, or you can go into more details and bounce ideas off of each other as to how to approach situations. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please click that like button if so, because hey, who doesn't like to be commended? Also, it really goes a long way with YouTube. Also, feel free to share this video with your friends if you think this is something that will be helpful for them. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Please take a moment and hit that subscribe button along with the notification button so that you'll be the first to know when a new video comes out. And if you're a returning subscriber, you already know you are my people. Thank you so much for watching and sharing my videos, and I really do appreciate it. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.